So about 3 years ago, I made a video on how to restore the headlights on this E46 BMW, and as you see, they look like crap again because, spoiler alert, those headlight restorations do not last very long. After a couple years, the plastic oxidizes again and it looks faded just like this. Now, sometimes you can spray some clear coat lacquer on them after you do the headlight restoration, and I've heard that might last a little bit longer, but I can't personally speak to that because I haven't done it yet. But I do know that the one way to fix this problem for good is to completely replace the plastic bezels on the headlights. And luckily with the E46 headlights, we can do this. So that's what I'm gonna do in this video. So let's get started. I've actually had these parts sitting since before the pandemic. So yeah, it's been a little while, but I'm glad I have them. The E46 headlights actually take a rubber gasket, and then the headlight bezels actually clip in. So this is actually going to be a pretty easy job. Compare that to the E90, the next generation, where they are kind of glued in and there's sort of rubber butyl. Like a sticky compound that's sort of gluing the two halves together. So that one you have to heat it up with a heat gun and it's a whole big mess. This one is just a foam gasket and I believe they clip in. So this is gonna be pretty cool. I also have a headlight because one of my headlights is kind of weak, not matching the other one. So I'm gonna replace that. So in order to get the headlights out, we actually need to take the front bumper off. And again, that's a lot easier on this car than it is the next generation E90. So this is pretty much just two, I think, T50 bolts underneath here, Torx T50s, here and here underneath right there. And then probably some 8mm bolts along the bottom for some of the plastic. And I think maybe one along each side, something like that. It's not too bad. It's very, very easy. So let's just get started doing that. Boom. Pop the hood. It should just pull away like that. Yep, it's that easy. A couple of clips here for the lights. My connectors are stiff, man. Okay, an alternative is you can just unplug the lights. So you just kind of twist them to the side, and there we go. Yeah, I call that the junkyard method. Twisting the fog lights out. So there are 2 bolts on the bottom and then 2 on the top. There should be a bolt right here, but mine's missing, so I'm just gonna get this one right here. And then 2. And there we go. We can unplug all of our connectors. Hopefully these come out easy. All right, there's that one. This one is broken, so that'll come off. And then this guy over here. All right, there's our prize. Now we just gotta do the other side. Check it out, guys. I did the first one off camera just to see what I was up against, and that was nothing. It was a piece of cake. It took me 5 minutes. It's so easy. So let me show you how to do this one. All right, gotta get this side marker light off first. It's just a Phillips. You just gotta loosen this really, and this should pop out. It's forked right here. Normally this should kind of hook in up here and up here. I think I can only hook in at the bottom on this one. My top clip is broken. So anyway, set that guy aside. You wanna get your bottom trim off, flip it upside down. It hooks on here and here. My little clip for right here is broken, which is kind of an annoyance. This thing keeps popping out. And then over here, you just wanna press this in a little bit. And I think I'll just do it with a screwdriver like this. And that's it. Be careful because you don't want to break that off. So I can feel that there's resistance. There. Pop it out carefully. You don't want to break that thing. All right, now this, it's literally just these snaps right here. You just kind of pull them up slightly like that and like that. There's one on the side right there. And then there's 3 on the top as well. So be real gentle, don't pull too much. The plastic is old and brittle. And that is about it. You just sort of carefully, we need a flathead screwdriver actually. You just sort of carefully pry this up right here. Up and away like that. There. that one's a little stubborn. There we go, that's it. Now, I remember somebody commenting on one of my recent videos talking about how this, the silver in here could probably be deteriorated and there's some kind of kit you can buy to restore it. In my opinion, I would just pop this out and spray paint it with some new silver, do both of them at the same time, and you can restore that if yours happens to be faded, you know, sun faded or whatever. Mine is in pretty good shape. I think it's totally fine, so I'm just gonna leave it. All right, so the gasket, you wanna replace it. They're not that much money. Mine are not that bad. They're not like dry rotted or anything. I think they would still function just fine, but they are old and you might as well just replace them because they're not perfect. There we go. You just pull that guy right out. All right, new gasket. I'll have the part numbers down in the description for you. Make it easy. Maybe some links if I find them. Pull the red tape off to expose the sticky side. The sticky side goes in. Just like that. There we go. Just pops right back in. Push in, compress the gasket. There we go. Easy as that. Okay, now side headlight, we put that guy back on. So like I said, there's this little tab right here and it slides in between this plastic right here. Like that, and there's supposed to be another one here. Oh, there is another one. Cool. I guess what was broken on my other one was on the old light. Nice. So you want to get the fork underneath here ahead of time. And then you hook the top, hook the bottom, make sure they're hooked in, and there you go. And then this guy snaps in, which we'll do upside down right here. So snaps in, and then this one would snap in right there. Wish mine was okay. I'm seeing fewer and fewer of these in the junkyard, so it's harder to find one with these and harder to find the time actually to go and get it. Yeah, I can hear there's a little thing bouncing around inside there, but I don't care because why should I care? That's it, guys. That was it. It's so easy to do this. I would say don't even try restoring your headlights on this car. It's so much better to just replace them. Yes, it costs a little bit more, but that was easy. Anyway, let's get it back on the car. And while I'm here, I do want to replace the headlight on the other one. So that looks like a snap on this and it comes right away. Look at that. And this is just a turn and a pull. This should be a turn, and yeah. So yeah, that one's just a little weak. I think it is the right bulb. Philips, Germany. Looks like the right one, but it's just weak, so time for a new one. This is a BMW original part. Yeah, Philips, Germany. So that's the right bulb. Yeah, exactly the same bulb. Yeah, interesting. I kind of thought that maybe this would have been an aftermarket one, and that's why it didn't look so good. But that is not the case. I think I did these headlight bulbs a while back, or one of these or something. And I just don't remember because it's been so long ago. Hopefully, this is not a different problem or a bigger problem, like maybe something wrong with the driver, the xenon driver and all that. Hopefully it's not that. Anyway, we'll find out. So I do have these little sort of, I guess they're water spots or something on the silver inside here. I'm not gonna even try to clean those because I feel like if I try to clean them at all, it's gonna cause more damage than it helps. So I'm just gonna leave it as is for right now. But if you're more anal about this, you can just totally, you know, do what I said and spray paint them. That's an option. Forget the side marker lights. You're gonna kick yourself if you do. Although they're not that hard to actually get out once the headlights are in. You can actually reach this screw through this hole right here, and then you'll be able to pop the light out and plug it back in. So don't worry if you do forget. But you know, don't forget. I definitely have another one of these bolts, so I will go find one. All right, it's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. All right, let's test them. They look good to me. Sweet. This one still seems brighter though. Definitely. Definitely. So there might be something wrong with the driver on that side. I mean, that's what it seems like. Or this is the wrong bulb, maybe. That's possible. I'm gonna take this one out and see what it is. Yeah, this one is the same as that side, Philips, Germany. Same numbers, I recognize them. So same bulbs, and the brightnesses are different. So I can only conclude that the xenon driver on this side is probably bad. So I will source a new one. Easy enough to replace. It's just this little metal box down here. This little box, and it just kind of screws in. So we'll just, you know, unscrew it, replace it, figure it out. Anyway, I'm not gonna wait on that. Put it all back together and we'll be done with this video. Okay guys, so for putting the bumper back on, all you need to be aware of is these side things right here. They hook into little white plastic sort of guides. So you just need to make sure that you're slotted in there on both sides, and the rest of it's a piece of cake. And just don't forget to plug your connectors back in. The fog lights start over like on this side and then they turn this way. So that's kind of how they go. Make sure we're in that guide. And we're in that guide. That's it. So easy. You know, I often forget what a joy the E46 is to work on. All right, we just have a couple more bolts here. Really liking these new extended length high-speed ratchets. Pretty cool. If you haven't seen my video on those, that was the last video I did. Check it out. I gotta get a new one of those. That's it, we're done. So guys, how much better do these headlights look? I mean, they look really awesome. That was not hard to do. This is definitely the way to go. You should definitely replace your headlight lenses rather than restore them. Yeah, okay, I see a little thing right here. This is actually a piece of the old headlight that I guess was broken off, and that was what was rattling around inside this headlight. Oh well, I'm not gonna fix that now. I will fix that when I go back in to replace the xenon driver. Do that next week. And yeah, I definitely need a new BMW logo. It's time. And then I think I really need to paint this because that's looking really bad. So I also have another one of these here. I have two brand new ones unpainted. I think I might get some paint and just paint those real quick. Not a big deal. Anyway, that'll be, also I need to replace that. That needs to be replaced. They always do. Anyway, guys, that was really easy. I definitely recommend doing this. There are going to be links in the description if you are interested in the parts. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.